Hi everybody, I'm Danielle Johnson and welcome to my channel. Today I have a storytime video for you guys, and I haven't done a storytime video in quite a while, so I just thought that I would share with you one of my many very embarrassing moments in my life. This story is going to take place in my secondary school, and I was in year 8 at the time, so that is my second year at secondary school. In my secondary school, I actually had a very big problem with my back. I actually got discitis, which makes all the little bones and your vertebrae in your back go very soft. There's obviously a very high risk of somebody becoming paralysed because of discitis, and there's also a chance that it could be fatal. I was in hospital for a very long time because of that. And I'm not going to get into too much detail about that because that's a video for another day. But the bottom line is, because of that illness, I basically missed my entire first year of secondary school. I was just trying to start to boost my confidence levels up after it basically being completely battered from being in hospital. So year 8 was a really important year for me, and although many other people had started to make friends, I was still stuck at the very first stage of secondary school, which is just trying to fit in. I already knew a couple of people from my previous primary school, but apart from that I knew next to nobody, and I was super scared and super nervous. My secondary school had a big pool area, and during physical education we had to go swimming. And obviously each term the activities kind of changed. So we didn't do swimming for the whole year, we just did it for a term once a week. Swimming was something that I was very excited about, and it was one of my first, if not my first, swimming lesson at the school. Sorry about the difference in hair and stuff, that's because I was aiming to film this video entirely before I went out to get my hair cut, and I just started blabbering on, and then I didn't have time to get it done, so I had to go get my hair cut and then finish the video. I was very self-conscious about other people seeing parts of my body. Every time I got changed I would like hide behind my towel or hide behind clothes. I remember being one of the last people out the changing room this particular day. I was ready to go, but I just physically couldn't get up the confidence to step out. I gave myself like a little imaginary slap, and I was just like, right, you've just got to do this because there's no way out of it. So I walked out of the changing room. I remember thinking, something isn't right, and I just cannot for the life of me think what it is. And I remember the teacher being right outside the ladies' changing room exit, and I was wanting to talk to her about something like what we're going to be doing in the lesson or something like that. I stepped out and I was like trying to talk to her. I was like, miss. One of the people who I knew from primary school was actually stood next to me, and she tapped me. She was like, Danielle, and I was like, ignoring her at first, but then I was like, what? And she said, look down. And I was like, oh god. I looked down. Oh, and there they were. There were my pants wrapped around my ankles, and I looked up at the teacher and I looked up at everybody else who was sat in rows directly in front of me, like my form, my year. Oh god, I was just so embarrassed. I'd forgotten to take my knickers off. They were wrapped around my ankles, and I just was so, like, I didn't know what to do. Like, what do? Do you laugh it off? And I was like, oh god. And in my head I was just like, right, okay, you've got to just laugh this off. Cry later, laugh now. I always had a nervous laugh in situations, like really embarrassing situations. So I was sat there and I was like, hee, yeah, silly me. I just remember quickly waddling back into the changing rooms, and I was like, oh my god, how embarrassing. Like, everyone was laughing at me, everyone was looking, everybody just saw my pants, everyone saw my knickers wrapped around my ankles. Oh god, I just remember thinking, this is it, this is the end of the world. This is just the end of the universe. Thankfully, nobody brought it up ever again, and I lived on. I went back out there eventually and I did my swimming lesson. I think it was like the second from last lesson of the day. So I was like, okay, all you've got to do is hold it in for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then you can go home and you can cry about it all you want. So I got home and I was like, I went straight up to my room that day and I just cried a little bit of just like, oh God, I can't believe that just happened to me. Oh, why? Why me? Stuff happens and I think I dealt with it quite well. Deep down I'm like, why? Everyone has embarrassing moments. We're only human and we do things that is humiliating and embarrassing and funny and sad and stupid from time to time. If you like this video, check out some of my other videos on my YouTube channel. The best way to keep up to date with everything that I do is to basically just subscribe. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you want, and I'll be sure to deliver more storytime videos for you guys. Thanks a lot for watching and I'll see you guys in my next video. See you later.